Do you disagree with Brady being ranked ahead of Mahomes?
1,000,000%. This is crazy. And, Skip, this is how you lose credibility, really. When you say things like this, you say he's had an okay season. Now, you look at Patrick Mahomes. He has 25 touchdowns, which is more than Tom Brady. He has 1 interception. Tom Brady has 7. So he has more yards, more touchdowns, a higher completion percentage, more yards per attempt, a way better QBR. And you say, well, because he has more, Tom Brady has fewer turnover-worthy plays. So I just want to know, what cost you what cost you games? Is it turnovers or turnover-worthy plays? I'm confused by this, Skip. You won't find one Tampa fan that says, you know what, as much as I love Tom Brady, and I'm glad he's here, that he's played better than Patrick Mahomes. I can make a case, nobody, Skip. He's the only guy that hasn't had a bad game. His bad game was 342 touchdowns and an interception and 32 points. That was his bad game. You look at the bad game that Tom Brady had Sunday night. You look at the one he had opening night against the same Saints. You look at what he did against Chicago. Aaron Rodgers had a terrible game, Skip, against Tampa. Even Russ, 2 of the last 3 games, you can this man has yet to have a bad game. And they said he's the 4th best quarterback currently. Skip, I'm confused. Nobody up to this point. He's on pace to throw for what, 40, 45, 46 touchdowns. Almost 5,000 yards with one interception. And Tom Brady rated, come on, Skip, even you, and I know you love Tom, but Skip, you can't forgive this. This is unforgivable. And you're losing credibility when you say stuff like this. How do I get A's? The first semester, and then somebody that got B got an F on one paper somehow has a high GPA in the first half than I do. That makes no sense. You'd have been upset, right, Skip?
My turn. Speaking of losing credibility, I hate to say this or point this out to our viewers, but there is some fraudulence operating here in your idolatry of the guy you call my homeboy, who actually isn't from your home state. He's actually from Texas, and you're from Georgia.
And he plays at the rival team.
He's a Chief, and you were Bronco. Okay. I believe you're overrating the year that Mahomes has had versus the year that Tom Brady has had. And that is the point of Pro Football Focus. They're doing the whole body of work.
Okay.
Start to finish.
Okay.
So how do they encapsulate the 2 seasons by each of these quarterbacks? Brady, as Pro Football Focus says, is coming off his worst game of the season. We all know that. But the body of work has been superb up to that point. He ranks 3rd in both big-time throwing percentage and turnover-worthy play percentage. They're just doing the numbers, and the numbers add up to 90.9. That's his rating for the whole year. What are they, 9 games in?
Yes.
For 9 games, that's 90.9. Mahomes has had a very good year, but not better percentage-wise than Brady, because their rating is 89.7. So it's 90.9 to 89.7. What's their capsule explaining their ranking of Patrick Mahomes?
Okay.
It has been an inconsistent season for Mahomes, who also has one rough game to his name this year.
What is it?
That was a grade of 44.9 by Pro Football Focus against the Patriots in Week 4. Mahomes is playing well, ranking 6th in positively graded throws, but don't be fooled, says Pro Football Focus, by the 25 touchdowns and 1 interception, as he has a league-high 6 screen passes for touchdowns and 9 turnover-worthy plays. Do not be fooled by 25 to 1, 6 touchdowns on screen passes, and wait a second, 9 times he's thrown the ball up for grabs.
So hold on, but at the end of the day, Skip, okay, one guy has fewer turnover-worthy plays, but more turnovers. So how do you have more turnovers but fewer turnover-worthy plays?
It's Favre-esque. You're throwing football so hard that defenders are shocked by the velocity and they can't hang on. Mahomes' passes are hitting defenders in the hands, and they can't hang on.
Skip.
That's what's happening.
But Skip, my guy is pushing the ball down the field. That's why BA is so up, the head coach, Bruce Arians, is so upset at your guy, because he won't push the ball down the field.
He's been pushing it a lot.
If he's been pushing it down the field a lot, why is his yards per attempt so much lower than Patrick Mahomes?
Well, he's had a whole bunch of deep pass interference calls on Mike Evans and little Scotty Miller.
Skip, you used to love QBR. Mahomes is second. Brady is 16th.
Okay. How about QBR this past Sunday at Kansas City? Another Mahomes game by Mahomes.
Yeah.
He got outplayed by Teddy Bridgewater. 89 QBR to 83 for Mahomes boy.
Skip.
Wow.
Really? But Skip, all I'm saying is that, Skip, you tell me you're an eye test guy. You tell me, say, Shannon, disregard all the stats. Shannon, disregard all this. Tell me, have your eyes told you that Tom Brady has had a better first half of the season than Patrick Mahomes?
My eye test tells me fraudulence. A lot of bells, a lot of whistles, a lot of smoke, a lot of mirrors. He went in motion. Did you see that? Your quarterback went in motion. And came back and took those eyes. It's never happened before. That's it. He's transcendent. He's the runaway MVP, says Shannon.
He's not transcendent.
Oh.
Is he transcendent?
I saw him in the Super Bowl game late in the third quarter throw an ugly interception and turn right around the next series, early fourth quarter, and throw another uglier interception and should have lost the game. They were down 20-10. They had scored 10 points going fairly deep into the fourth quarter, and then Jimmy Garoppolo happened.
And then what happened? 31, he ends up with 30. Skip, all I'm saying, Skip, okay, the numbers are fraudulent. So now everybody else that has a touchdown, so I just want to make sure I'm hearing Pro Football Focus correctly. So are we going to disregard everybody else touchdowns on screen passes because Aaron Rodgers has a few?
Okay.
So
let's
I'm
discount them.
So now we need to rework and see what the numbers are, because Russell Wilson has a few on screen passes. Okay. So screen pass touchdowns moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, do not count. Okay, go ahead.
All right, go ahead. Let's go back to Mahomes' body of work.
Yes.
Week 4, New England at home. He ranked, according to Pro Football Focus, the 30th best performer of the week among quarterbacks in the NFL. Right. His QBR that day was 58. That scale 0 to 100. Okay. That's not very good.
So that was his lowest QBR to date, right?
Okay. Well, he had a 47 at Denver. He ranked 16th best in overall performance that week, but his offense at Denver went 0 for 8 on third down. Not all his fault, but some his fault. Okay. 0 for 8 by transcendent Mahomes boy. Are you kidding me?
Okay, so if you don't mind me asking, on Sunday, what was Tom Brady's QBR? For people at home, it was 3.8. If you don't mind me, in Chicago, what was his QBR against the Bears? What was his QBR opening night against the New Orleans Saints? So he's had let me sink in for just a second, people. He's had 3 test scores that's lower than Mahomes boy's lowest test score. And somehow, but he has yet to have games that are higher than his. I'm trying to figure that out, Skip. Help me.
The worst that Tom Brady has ranked in Pro Football Focus rankings each week is 24th worst, which was this past week. 24th worst. And Mahomes has a 30th worst on his.
Let this sink in for just a second. A guy throws 0 touchdowns with 3 interceptions. He has a 3.8 QBR, which is the 4th worst of this season. And somehow he ranks 24th. He lost the game 38-3. Mahomes boy won a game against the Patriots, and they said even though he won the game, he was a 30th.
Against Brian Hoyer. That was a Brian Hoyer start, not a Cam start.
Let me ask you a question. What was it against Nick Foles? Now, I just want you to know, Nick Foles has double the amount of loss this year than Mitchell Trubisky. Mitchell Trubisky is 3-0. The 5 losses have come at the hands of your guy, Nick Foles.
Okay. Remember, body of work. Brady 3 times has ranked 3rd in a weekly performance list, and he has a 5th and a 6th. Those add up to higher ratings than your guy has.
Skip, what does your eyes tell you, Skip? I get all the grades.
I know what my eyes told me, that against Aaron Rodgers and then against Derek Carr and the suddenly hot Raiders at Las Vegas. He just put on a show against the Los Angeles Chargers. They're down 24-7. It was a, as you say, virtuoso.
Whoa, with the Chargers?
Yeah.
Is that what we talk about the Chargers?
Yeah, 24-7 down.
Oh.
Yeah, that team's got talent.
Do you remember we were down? You remember Mahomes was down? What was he down? 17-3 against the Chargers and come back And you said, how do you do that? How do you get down to the Chargers? And he came back and won. Now, Tom Brady was down at home to the Chargers, and now you hyping him. I just want to know, Skip, I just want to know. So if people help me understand, if I have more touchdowns, fewer interceptions, a higher completion percentage, higher yards per attempt, higher QBR, my team scores more points than yours, how are the quarterback rated higher than me?
Inconsistent season for Patrick Mahomes. Lower grades, terrible grade against the Patriots.
Skip, let me ask you a question. Think about what you just said. The man is having a horrible season. And he has the greatest numbers at this point.
I didn't say horrible. I said inconsistent.
He's having can you imagine, let this sink in, people. Patrick Mahomes is having an inconsistent season. He's 25 touchdowns, 1 interceptions, and 2,700 yards. Oh, my goodness.
And yesterday you were offended when I said, oh, Brady's having a better year. Well, a highly respected website.
No, it ain't highly respected.
It is too.
No, it ain't.
Ask Mike McCarthy, ask Chris Collinsworth, because they have contributed to this website.
Let me tell you, Skip, though I had a doctor, well-renowned, tell me, he said, those that can do, those that can't teach. Those that can't do what they grade others to do.
Well, Mike McCarthy can coach.
I can't tell.
Well, he did win a Super Bowl.
I can't tell. No. Whoa. What's he been without Aaron Rodgers? Now, he had this 65 win percentage. What's his win percentage without Aaron?
Chris Collinsworth could do, because once upon a time he was a Pro Bowl receiver and played in a Super Bowl, as I recall.
Skip, all I'm telling you is that you tell me my eyes should tell me the story. Now, I'm looking at the games and I'm watching. Skip, you put Aaron Rodgers, I got no problem with Aaron Rodgers being in front of him. But I don't even know if Russ now should be in front, and Russ should be up there, because two of his last 3 games, Skip, he got to be out of the running at some point in time. You can't keep turning the ball over 4 times, 3 times. This man has 1 turnover. Everybody, let that sink in for a second, Skip. This man has fewer turnovers than everybody else that's in front of him. This Tom Brady got 7 picks.
5 of them against New Orleans.
And I don't know what New Orleans I got to do with it. Maybe they got a voodoo doll on it. But all I know is your guy got more interceptions in 1 game than my guy got for 9 games.
And your guy has, 2 more turnover-worthy plays than Tom Brady.
Hold on. I just want to know.
It's what your eyes tell you when you put the tape in and you look and you say, my God, they dropped another interception.
Hold on, Skip. But I want to know, what goes directly to losing games? Turnover-worthy plays or turnovers?
Well, turnovers.
Okay, so what the plays they
dropped. He's got good drops by the defense.
You know what Pro Football Focus is saying, people at home? They playing well enough to win. Did they win? A simple yes or no. I don't want to hear that they playing well enough to win. They lost. That's what it Skip. The menu. At the menu. See, when you come to the club, Skip, that's all I got. I got dubs and L. Now, all I know is Tom Brady came and he got that L. The Cowboys, I can't keep them out. I can't keep them from getting
about the Cowboys. Yeah, it's about Tom Brady.
Skip, nobody thinks Tom Brady has played better than Patrick Mahomes.
Well,
Skip,
that's not true. A bunch of smart people at this website definitely think that. You got to accept it. You are getting blinded by love and hate.
Skip.
Love and hate.
Skip, you put Aaron Rodgers in front of Patrick Mahomes. I'm not going to argue. He's had 1 bad game. He played terrible against the Bucks. Okay, Skip, I'm not arguing that. But to say Tom Brady
just killing you that a 43-year-old is having a better year overall, body of work, than how old is he? 25 still?
I want to get a poll. Can we get a poll up?
25.
I guarantee you, Skip, if we had a poll in Tampa, we can put a poll up in Tampa. Don't put it in Canada. I don't want to make it the United States. I just want to make it Tampa. And I want the people to ask, is Tom Brady having a better season than Patrick Mahomes?
They'll say yes in Tampa.
In Tampa, yes, they probably will. But
I
that's
bet you they
Tampa.
wouldn't.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.